Thank you for hanging out with me today. This is Cage848, and welcome back to StarRupture. Once again, the comment section is just rupturing tips all over the place. Thank you very much for that, guys. I really appreciate them. Let's go over some of them now. So, what people told me, a lot of people told me this, is when you have stuff coming in from a long rail, set it up like this. Set these up on separate rails, pulling stuff from over there. It should work better. So that's what I did. I'm also going to be moving all these solar panels and stuff out of here and probably move them over here somewhere. I want them out of the way. I might actually take down this entire building as well and maybe build it over here. I haven't really decided yet. Maybe I'll build I'm trying to build stuff out of the way, you know, but it's not easy. So that was a great tip. Thank you very much for that. As you can see right here, it looks like it's working really, really wonderfully. And this should go to all three of those. Beautiful. I also put these back into the system and everything's looking good. Another tip that people gave me is these furnaces right here. You don't have to keep them going into one line and then split again. What you could do is you could have one furnace feed into this one and one furnace feed into this one. Now, from a factory standpoint, I tend to like the idea of the furnaces being like making the materials, putting them into one spot, and then delivering that to all 6 of these. Because if one of these furnace breaks down or runs out of materials, the other one will continue feeding stuff into all 6. If this one runs out of materials or breaks down or anything, these 3 are going to be completely useless. Now, with that being said, I don't think it's going to be a problem. So we'll probably... I don't even know if I'm going to make the adjustment because I don't really need to, and we're getting close to the end here with this one. But for future purposes, I will keep that in mind. Also, let's take a look at the furnaces and see if either one is a problem. So this one's 98, 95, 45. This one's, yeah, just, oh. See, now right here, the calcium is not getting fed into here enough. If this one uses up all the calcium and does not produce anything, and I set it up the way you guys want me to, all 3 of these will be put out of commission. If this one, like, is kind of struggling, but this one picks up the pace, or picks up the slack, then it'll still go to all of these. I'm going to leave it alone, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And in this situation, it probably wouldn't be a problem. But, like I said, if one of these runs out of materials, it could be an issue. Probably won't be, though. Alright, what else? I wrote down a lot of tips. Someone wants me to unlock the calorie bar, the aqua bar, the aqua chew, and then I won't have problems with hunger and thirst anymore. But then other people are telling me, if you unlock those things, you don't get what you put into them. Like, you'll put in like 12 calories with this thing, but you won't get back what you put into that. You'd be better off just eating these separate.
I advise caution.
Yeah,
the fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual.
Okay.
Though, of course, it was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
So here's the deal. I don't know who to believe. I might just do some cooking anyway, just so I could see for myself. So I'm going to pick a lot, because you need a lot of these. You really do. Another tip is I was having a problem placing the rail platforms into the ground. And I was like, why can't I do this? It's because I have a platform. I could place them into the ground if I remove the platform, so thank you very much for that. That's going to make things a lot easier moving forward. Someone says switch out all the solar panels with the wind turbines. This person's told me this a couple times, and I'm sorry I haven't done it yet or even mentioned it, but yeah, I do know people have been telling me that. The wind turbines cause less heat. And that's going to be great because I'm going to be moving all my power supply soon here anyway. Okay, so we already talked about the bottleneck with the furnaces, and why not send raw stuff to main base? Okay, so a lot of people are telling me that what they'll do with the I forget what it's called, the calcium, is they'll send the raw calcium to their main base, and then they'll produce stuff on site, which does have its advantages. The disadvantage, though, is it causes unnecessary heat at your main base. So, like, I like the idea of processing stuff. Like, calcium only goes into 2 items. Calcite sheets and calcium powder. So 2 rails and I can take care of it. It won't be a big deal. But I get why you're saying that, but like I'm trying to like not have so much heat at my main base. So I think we need like 40 of these just to research stuff or something. So I'm just grabbing a lot of them. It'd be nice if we could like grow crops or something. I don't think we can yet. But it doesn't really matter because I've got stuff, you know, going up into space and we got to pass some time anyway. So gathering crops is a good way to pass time. What is that red stuff right there? You see that? That's pretty interesting. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. You're just about done collecting crops for the time being. Also, if I have to go out and collect like 2 different kinds of crops now, that's getting a bit resource intensive. I mean, right now I've got enough food to last me forever. So, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll mess around with it. I will mess around with it. We might have to go out and explore today anyway, because I need more war bonds. I need 70 war bonds for a rifle, and I only have 65, so. But I'm trying to get this set of research done, so we can set up another set of research, and I can go out and explore. You know what? We might not get to explore today. I really want to, but I've got a lot of stuff to do here. So we'll see. What is that red stuff? Oh, okay. So it's just a particle effect for the furnace. How are the furnaces looking? That one's looking good. Oh yeah, they're both looking good. We could definitely have separated these. I'm not going to now though, but we definitely could have. You are perfectly right. And these are almost, well, this one's full. This one's not, but it's look at it. It's pulling them down at a really nice rate now. Look at that. That's wonderful. All right, let's set up some more power. I'm going to set up the power over here, hopefully out of the way. Although you can never tell what's out of the way until you're actually building, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to do this right here. Oh, what's wrong with that? That's fine. That's fine. And then we'll put this like so. And then we'll put some stairs. I like these stairs. Oh, come on. Really? Is this one the problem? Probably. Yep, there we go. Alright, now we come up here and... Yeah, see, there's a lot of nodes around here, so I want to be careful. But, I don't... You know what? Whatever. We'll figure it out. We can always move stuff. It's not the end of the world. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Okay, and... Beautiful. Overheating is at 240. Does it tell you what their heat is? It probably does. Basic energy generator creates energy using cells. 10 watts. This is 60 watts. Doesn't tell you about the heat that they add. I guess I could probably tell when I pick one up. Let's see. We're at 240 right now. So let's see what happens when we pick this up. 235. Okay, so that's 5. Let's see what happens when we pick this up. That's 10. But the thing is, the wind turbines give 6 times the power. So that's why they're better. Okay, fair enough. Let's get rid of these. There we go. We're still good. We don't even have to put anything else down. Look at that. We're now not overheating anymore. Awesome. Now, I do want to move my base, and I think I'm going to move it over here. This seems like a pretty good spot to build at. So let's go ahead and put down some more platforms here. There we go. And like that. And then I'm just going to build way out here, man. That's what I'm talking about. We just don't want to mess around with the bulbs. I don't know how close you can get to them. I'm not going to build anywhere else out there, though. We should have enough room right here for everything we want to do. All right, a little bit more. It'll be nice to live near the water as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put down a habitat or 2. Do you want to build it like that? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Be in a little bit more. Habitat there. Wait, did I build it too low? No, it looks, well, I don't know. Good question. Can I put that on the side? I think I'm supposed to be able to put that on the side of it, but it's not letting me. Will that be connected? No. See, why aren't those connected? I guess maybe I could build a connection for them. Not an airlock, a horizontal connector. Hold on. Okay, so I can. How big do we want to make this? Let's put another one down. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to figure it out. And yeah, technically I do lose the blocks down there, but you can see right there, it gives me the basic materials back, so. Airlock, viewpoint connector, horizontal connector. All right, let's put the airlock right there. And then let's put a connector right here. Can't you connect the, I guess you can't connect these, huh? I'm gonna put this on the side. And then right here. Yeah, it's weird you can't, like, properly connect them. Alright, so you know what? With that being the way it is, let's go ahead and take this out. And then let's put the airlock right here. Alright, good. Okay. Alright, so now we got a new base over there. Let's go ahead and take everything down in here. Oh boy, this is gonna be something. How close are we to the, Alright, we're getting there. We are getting there. I've got a lot of storage in here. Can I just destroy the storage? I don't really care about most of this.
Ah, gotcha.
You know what? I should probably take out the stuff I do care about. I don't give a crap about any of that. Why don't we take this? That's important. That's probably important in some way. That's definitely important. I don't think anything else in there matters. And I don't care about anything in there. Please don't, like... Ah, I took all the stuff on me. What if I'm full? Let's see what happens when I'm full. Alright. Ah, it goes on the ground. Son of a biscuits. There should be an easy way to destroy this stuff. So I can only take, I can't destroy. Cage want to destroy! Alright, I gotta move everything over here. Okay, I moved everything over here. I didn't throw anything out. I was thinking about throwing stuff out. I was like, you know what? Let's just keep it. Who cares? Also, people have been telling me that you could rename your storage. And I've known that for a long time. I've just never done it. But here, I've done it now. Everything in here is going to be titanium. Everything in here is going to be wolfram. I don't know where I'm going to put anything else for now. Let's go ahead and make some more personal storage over here. There we go. Looking good. Okay, we'll just use this like for drop chest stuff for now. Stuff that I just don't want to carry around with me. Alright, that is all. Do we need to carry on the war bonds? Probably not. We'll just put those in there as well. Alright, let's go ahead and make some windows in here. There we go. Window there. Window there. Double window here. Why not? That looks pretty good. Okay, so now I have to make everything... Oh, by the way, I tore down the other building. And I destroyed everything in it. So now I have to remake all that stuff. And I don't remember what it all was. I'm going to leave this room for storage only. So let's see what we want to make in here. We don't need any of that. We're going to need an analyzing station. And I guess I'll just put it in the wall. We're going to need a... What was a... recipe station. That's what I want to put next to the analyzing station.
Congratulations. You can now unlock new functionality for your buildings at the recipe station.
But the buildings can already do these things. Why would we need to unlock anything?
Arcadia 7 is a very particular place, full of specific resources and requirements.
Been through this.
The building's programming needs to be updated as these requirements change, to avoid unnecessarily clogging up memory as well as transfer fees.
It's the Claywood Corporation that determines the cost of transfer. You could lower the price and everything would go smoother.
I'll respond with one of Mr. Claywood's favorite sayings. This is exactly why you're not the richest person in the world.
It's pretty funny stuff. Alright, so equipment and LEM station, I want it to be in its own thing. Food station, basic. You know what? I think... Yeah, we'll put the food station in here.
No more eating raw food. You can now process and combine various nutritional materials.
Oh, a food station. Takes me back to my college days.
Oh no, this is not a simple food station. This one is specially tailored to the conditions on Arcadia 7. All the recipes it contains are designed with the local environment in mind.
That means I'll be able to try the local flora. Amazing.
Exactly. Bon appetit.
A gal placeholder dialogue.
Of course. You can't upload a disc into your brain and suddenly learn Kung Fu.
A gal placeholder dialogue.
Okay, I'm just putting in Windows as I listen to this stuff. That there. There's no point in putting... Actually, what happens if you put a window here? Nah, I won't put a window there. And I think we'll leave that one... You know, just put windows wherever, and if we want to put something in there, we could take apart the window. Alright, so that's looking pretty cool now. I like this base. I like it a lot. I like this thing in the middle. These are a little bit, like, kind of out of the way. You know what? We could probably move those to make them a little bit better. Take that one. I really like the idea of this thing being right here at the end of the hallway. I think that's pretty cool. So what did we just take apart? We took apart the analyzer thingy, I think. Analyzing station. And we also took apart the basic station thingy. This thing. There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. By the way, I think level 5 is the last level. Oh no, there's a level 6 and a 7. Never mind. Alright, so we got these awesome rails. We've got rail version 2, which is faster. Or it can move more things. Transfers 150 items per minute. We got the multi-rail. Connects for drone rails, allows splitting and expanding their paths. And then, oh, so that goes into multiple rails. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Okay, which one would we like to go for next? I think the defensive turret, maybe? With explosives? I think I have explosives. I just don't know where I put them. There they are. So we're gonna need some explosives. We're also going to need this stuff right here. Wolfram powder. We're also gonna need science. Did I put my science somewhere? Let's take a look really quick. I don't see any science there. None there. And none there. Huh. That's some war bonds. Did I use up all my science? That's kind of weird. Alright, well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Let's just go. I've been using Firewave ore for science. I don't know if that's a bad idea. Very well might be, but, you know, here we are. Split. Let's do 5.
Another great day.
Oh,
for science.
it doesn't... I thought science was like the war bonds. It would be in your inventory. It was up here. I didn't notice. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So you make the explosives in the furnace, apparently. And there we go. So let's see what we're going to need for explosives. It's so weird coming out of here and being on the opposite side. It's like, I'm used to being over here, you know? So when I walked out of there, I was like really discombobulated. Okay, explosives. Oh, wow, that's really easy. Okay. Explosives. And explosives. And let's go ahead and build this again the way you guys suggested to. Also, we're going to move these over. So what we're going to do is we're going to take... I don't think I need the multi-rails or anything for this. Or do I? I mean, 1 going into 3. I mean, that seems pretty cool. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't I use them? Okay, like that. And that's going to be you. Should be good right there. And then we're going to take you out. We're going to use the multi-rail over here as well. It's so crazy. Like, every time I mean... wait a minute. Isn't the multi-rail the same thing as this, except it's all going in one direction? Connect, yeah. Connection for drone rails allows splitting and expanding of their paths. Same exact thing. Because this one right here has 1 input, and theoretically could have 3 output. I guess this one right here is more, I don't know. It's more usable, I guess. It opens up more possibilities because you could have 2 inputs and 2 outputs. You could have, yeah, but you could have 2 inputs and 2 outputs. Right here, you can only have 1 input and 3 outputs, or 3 inputs and 1 output. But this one is perfect for this situation, so I'm going to use it. And there might be something I'm missing that, you know, I'm just not noticing that someone will tell me in the comments. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? And let's use our better ones now. Go, and there we go. And then you, my friend, right up the middle. Oh, this is getting sexy. This is getting sexy. I can't wait to look at this from the top. By the way, most of the things I'm doing here are you guys' suggestions. So thank you for that. All right, let's look at that from the top now. This one's right there. That's connected right there. This one's right there. That's connected right there. That should be perfect. Look at that. Look at that. No spaghetti here, people. We just got snaking paths of awesome. The only other thing I could do to make this even more awesome is move these out one. But I think I'm going to leave it alone because, I don't know. I mean, no, I should really move them out one. Is there any reason not to? No, you know what? There's no reason not to. Let's go ahead and do it. All right. It'll also give me more room. Remember I was saying last episode I wanted more room? So that's a good idea. Okay, so we are looking for the furnace. And it needs to be facing the correct way. And then... Oh, it's 3. There's no way it's going to line up with those properly. There's nothing you can do about it. All right, I'm okay with that. Let's just move them over here. Is that too close? I'm not sure. No, that's not... I don't think that's too close. There you go. Are those more expensive? Oh, wow, it takes 30 for these. I didn't notice that. That's okay. I should probably set those up to be made automatically at some point. All right, yeah, you know what? I like where that is. It's giving me more room to work with. Everything's good about it. And they're not going to line up because the furnace is 3, and those are 2. And I could make these rails 1, but then they won't line up with the, the cargo launcher thingies. So it's fine. It's fine. Not a big deal. It was on the outside, right? Let me make sure it's on the outside. Yeah, so that's on the outside. That's on the outside. That is perfect. Come on. There you go. All right, now let's take a look at this from up top. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, you can't line these up because these are 2 blocks. These are 1 or 2 blocks, and these are 3 blocks. So no matter what you do, something's not going to line up. I think it's fine the way it is. Cool. I like that. Let's get this floor back down. Because the floor is causing me annoyances. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Should we just take apart all the spaghetti? I think we probably should. Starting right here. Take that out. And this out. Just take all this down. There we go. I like the way when you take out the support thing, it takes out all the wires or all the rails. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so this is great. We got a lot of room to work with here. That is absolutely phenomenal. So work with it, we shall. Okay, so what do we need for these? What are we doing here? Oh yeah, explosives. All right, so explosives and explosives. And we're going to need the calcium powder, wolfram. Okay, so the only thing we have to worry about right now is the wolfram powder. And that might actually be right here. Wolfram powder? Rotor, wolfram wire. Is the wolfram powder not in there? Actually, I think it might be in the furnace. Okay, fair enough. I thought it was in a fabricator. Nope, it's in a furnace. Okay, so we need to put a furnace behind. I'm going to take these out because there's no reason to keep them here. They're just going to be in my way. And then we're going to replace the floor. There we go. And wolfram will come from here, so... how long does it take to make those? Maybe we want to make 2 things. Maybe make a wolfram powder for each one. I'm not really sure. So these are 1 every 2 seconds. And the wolfram powder is 2 every 2 seconds. So we only need 1. We only need 1, according to my math. Okay, that's cool. Makes things easier. So let's go ahead and put in the furnace. And it's this way. And it can't go directly in between these, which is annoying. But I guess it's not the end of the world. You just got to kind of ignore it, I guess. And we're going to pull this all the way back. This needs to be all the way back here, I think. As far back as possible. Right about there should be good. Okay, Wolfram. There we go. Wait, Wolfram. Wolfram, not stupid calcium gauge. There you go. All right, so that, my friends, will go. That's got to go to a splitter because it's got to go to 2 different ones.
I need water.
No, you're fine. Shut up. Do this. I'm gonna put this as close to these as possible, and then I'm gonna give this baby crybaby some water. Wah! I need my bottle. Yeah, he's only dehydrating caged, you know, no big deal. Alright, and then we take this, and we put that into there, and then this goes into there, and then this goes into there, and the Wolfram ore is not a problem. Now, we do have a lot of this. Now, I'm going to set this up the same way I set up the calcium. And first things first, you know how we start. Put down a floor. Go and cool. Expand. What the heck? All right, that's good enough for now. All right, so then we're gonna put down 3 storage depots, just like we did on the other end. And I guess we'll start these right here. That seems pretty good. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to eventually have to replace all the rails. I might not do that today, but it is on my to-do list. Okay, hold on. Oh, you can't build up there, huh? Hold on. Damn. All right, well, let's build a little lower. And right here. Build this out a little bit. And then we're going to need some stairs. That was an awful jump cage. What was that? Keep forgetting I could double jump too. Let's just put this over here for now. I really wish they'd let you put one down, even if there's a floor piece there. Okay, we just had a star rupture, and we are waiting for everything to cool off. And in the meantime, I'm going to send some Wolfram bars down into this thing. And that should be all she wrote for that. It's going to bang out those Wolfram ore. And then those will come in here. And the Wolfram stuff and the calcium should... Well, not the calcium just yet, but... do I want to do the calcium now? Yeah, let's do the calcium now. Okay. So, calcium will come from here. It's got to go out to 2 spots. You know what? I'm going to run this down here. I wonder if I can take out a... I wonder if I could take this out. No, I can't. Okay. I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to run it down here just because I haven't run anything underneath yet. It's pretty cool. Should be able to do that. And look at that. Is that okay up there? Yes. Beautiful. Now we will run it right about here. Although we're going to have to take that out as well. It'd be nice if you could take out the floor pieces without losing the, you know, build thing, but that's okay. We're just going to go down 1 spot. And then that's going to come around over here. And that looks pretty good to me. Okay. Now we need the other one the other one should be relatively straightforward. Okay. And now we need the helium. These heliums need to join into 1 splitter. Okay. And as close as possible should be pretty good. It's going to be 3 into 1. And we're going to have to split that again. So it's going to be 2 splitters. Okay, I decided to switch it up a little bit and use this, like, 3-prong one. Just because. I don't think it really matters either way, but I like this one. So that's going to go onto 1 rail. Now we need to split that up into 2 rails. So now we'll put this one right here. It's probably a much easier way to do this. I'm not noticing, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm having fun. There we go. Now this is gonna have 3 outputs, and I need those 3 outputs to go into 2 outputs. If I have 3 of these, theoretically, I could have one of those outputs go into each one. But because I have 2, that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Okay, so you, my friend, will go right here and take that out. Okay. And then grab you on the right side. Put you right there. We'll just go down 1 level. Yep, there we go. And then... oh, no, that's not going to work. Got to go down 2 levels. All right. It's going to go down 2 levels, and then it's also going to pop up right here. This might be a little bit too close, but I think I can make it work.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
I'm going to bring this down 2 spots then. Then up 1. Nope, not going to work.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
All right. I think we do have to bring this down 2 spots. So 1, 2, and then there we go. Cool. All right, and then the other one. Oh, we should probably do it on the other side. Okay, 1 little change here. 1 little change. Nope, nope. You could stop. We're gonna have this go from the middle down there, and then that way we should be able to use the right one. Oops. There we go. I don't like the way that looks. Actually, I really don't like the way that looks. It's gonna work, but that doesn't mean I want it to look like that. Okay, fair enough. How do I want to do this then? I guess we'll just kind of bring this right here. That looks pretty good. And then we'll bring it up out of this little slope down area right here. Right there. And then up into there. Okay. All right. Now, is everything working properly? Let's see. First things first, let's see what it looks like from the air. It's not bad. It's actually, it's pretty good. I wouldn't call this really spaghetti at all. See, I'm running like the wires. Like, I probably could have used the triple wire on these. Actually, I know I could have used these. I could have used the multi-rail. I didn't do it on this one. I'll do it on a future build. Yeah, I definitely could have used the multi-rail to make this look better. It could have 3 spots. Yeah, I could have used the multi-rail right here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It looks really good. It looks really good. And let's see how efficient it is of operating. So the Wolfram ore is fine. Right in here. Yeah, I mean, everything's good except for the helium, and that's just because I just set it up. And I'll bet you this is going to be the same exact way. Yep. Yep. This is super duper efficient. So how would I deal with these rails? So I would have had this. I'm just going to kind of play around with this for a little bit. There. So you'd have the multi-rails coming through here. Wait, how do these hook up to this? Huh. This seems like it's hooking up to it. Is it just because it's facing the wrong way? Huh. These don't work the way I thought they were going to. So, connection for multi-rails allows splitting and expanding their paths. Can I not? Hold on. Can I hook these up? Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So what we could have done, although we only need 2 rails, but multi-rails would work as well. We could have put a multi-rail, I guess, right in front of this one, right in front of this thing. And then we could have hooked up the rails like so. I'm just kind of playing around with future builds. Could have hooked up the rails like so. And then we could have had them split off to the... Yeah, I guess. I think that would be more like, because it doesn't allow you to move stuff around the way you might want to. But I guess what I could I don't know. I'll figure it out. You guys let me know. How do you use the multi-rails? I'm thinking the multi-rails are probably going to be best used for long rail, you know, situations. For these ones where I'm running from one building to another, they're going to kind of, I don't know, like, take away options, like to move things the way I want to. I don't know, guys. I think this is a pretty gnarly setup. I really like it. It doesn't even look like spaghetti. In here is a little bit spaghetti, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. It looks clean. So let's go into our base and see how quickly this is doing its thing. Probably going to be a little on the slow side, but that's okay. Oh, 17% already. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Awesome. Man, look at this one. 37,800. Crazy. Let's take a look at some of the food, because I did not get to mess around with the food today. I kind of wanted to, but I did not get around to it. Yeah, we gotta unlock some of these. The thing is, I don't know where I get some of the other items from. Like, let's say, hypothetically speaking, if I wanted to unlock the calorie bar, where are these from? Serpent root. Doubles natural energy restoration, lasts 15 minutes, does not stack with other energy restoration effects gathered from plants. Yeah, I don't really know where to get these from. And I would need them for calorie bars. Here's the thing, though. Look at this. All right, calories. 80 calories. All right, 80 calories. What does it cost to make them? See, I won't know until I actually spec into it, which is kind of annoying. I don't like that I have to spec into it to see what it's made from. I'm assuming it's made from, well, it's made from this fruit, I'd imagine, and the root, but it doesn't tell me how many. 80 calories, this would be 12. If it was 3, it would be worth it. If it was 5, it would be worth it. Any more than that, it might not be worth it. I just don't know how much it costs for these. I did not get to like look around and explore as much as I wanted to this episode, but I really want to do that. I want to do some exploring. I'm thinking next episode will probably be an exploring episode. Is everything okay? Everything stopped. Wait, what? Why did everything... Hold on. Okay, well, that's at 100%. It looks like we're not getting the... Yep, we're not getting the helium. Why are we not getting the helium? I feel like we should get some helium in here. It's coming down the way. It's just taking some time. Ooh, that's a problem. Yeah, that's not good. Well, you know what I could do is I could replace these rails with the faster rails. Might be a good idea. And I could also make more storage depots here at the end. Yeah, so what do you think, guys? More storage depots here at the end and faster rails? Is that the solution here? It looks like there is a lot coming down. But yeah, it kind of like brought everything to a halt. That's not going to work for me. By the way, I can't destroy these. This right here, can't destroy it, which means I can't put down another stair. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think maybe 2 more of these and faster rails might be the way to go. All right, guys, I am going to call this one here. If you end up enjoying the video, please remember to uncage that like button. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe for more daily videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And until then, take it easy.